Could 11 turn evil in Stranger Things 4? Something stranger this way, things, and by that failed Ray Bradbury reference, I do mean that Netflix released a brand new pair of teaser trailers for Stranger Things 4. This supremely spooky love letter to all things 1980s will return for its 4th season of Hawkins hijinks, upside-down antics, and D&D-inspired monster mayhem this year, and it looks like those pesky Duffer Brothers are at it again! The pair of teaser trailers, titled HNL Control Room and 11 Are You Listening?, offers a deeply unsettling glimpse into the past of the series' psychic star 11. Long before she was Jane Hopper, and long after she was Jane Ives, she was simply known as 11, one of the kids with psychokinetic abilities who lived in captivity as test subjects in the incredibly shady Hawkins National Laboratory, which was officially shuttered in 1984 after 11 sealed the Mind Flayer's gate there at the end of Season 2. We also saw Hopper return there to get his clock cleaned by a Russian hitman in Season 3, which is the least of his problems considering he's currently serving hard time in a Soviet labor camp, but I digress. Because now it seems Stranger Things is taking us back to the past once more when 11 was a wee psychokinetic child under the stewardship of Dr. Brenner, better known as Papa to the lab's residents. And while we've seen several of the experiments 11 was made to undergo at Hawkins National Laboratory before, like crushing a soda can with their mind and treating a pair of guards there like they're nothing more than ragdolls, this new pair of teasers has some terrifying implications for Season 4. In the 11 Are You Listening trailer, we see a clock strike 3 p.m. as kids do normal kid things like race cars with their psychic powers, play pachinko, chess, and use a magic 8-ball. We then see Dr. Brenner walk in to greet the kids while heavy breathing behind 11's door reaches a fever pitch. Brenner then asks the question of the title,
11, are you listening?
As we know, Brenner has a deep and abiding interest in 11 for her powerful psychic abilities, and his attempts to use her to spy on the Soviets during the height of the Cold War by putting 11 in a sensory deprivation tank had some unexpected and ultimately deadly results. 11 instead made contact with the Demogorgon and the Upside Down. And what followed was the creation of a dimensional gate between our world and the Upside Down as 11 accidentally caused a rift in the space-time continuum. A lot of that going around these days. Where's Loki when you need him? While the 11 Are You Listening trailer is sinister in its own right, when paired with the HNL Control Room trailer, it becomes downright chilling. We see 7 TVs flickering with static while operatic music plays in the background. In turn, each of the TV shows one of the images we see in the other trailer, but with a twist. They reappear to reveal things like scattered chess pieces, blood-soaked magic 8-balls, and other blood-spattered toys, doors, and hallways. It's downright grisly. Clearly something terrible has happened here. Maybe 11 lost control like we saw her do with the guards, maybe it was another one of the test subjects like we saw in Season 2's The Lost Sister, or maybe it's another angle of that fateful night when the Demogorgon breached the Hawkins National Lab facility. Only time will tell. The real question is, could this be another indication that 11 will break bad in Season 4 and maybe even fall under the Mind Flayer's control? Many Stranger Things fans have been speculating that this season, which the cast describes as the darkest season yet and the scariest season out of the previous 3, will actually follow a familiar X-Men comic book arc, the Dark Phoenix saga. This speculation is due primarily to the fact there are myriad X-Men references in the series thus far, including Season 4's first episode, which is called the Hellfire Club, a reference to the secret society of evil mutants who kidnap Jean Grey and have one of their members, Mastermind, psychically manipulate her until she becomes the Dark Phoenix. While the Hellfire Club on the show will refer to Hawkins High School's D&D club, it has been more subtly referenced before way back in Season 1 when Will and Dustin race each other for a copy of Uncanny X-Men 134. That's an issue featuring the Hellfire Club and Jean Grey's first ever appearance as the Dark Phoenix. Now, other X-Men references include Dustin calling his ham radio Cerebro in Season 3, and the fact that 11 is basically a mashup of Jean Grey and several Stephen King characters. All of this has people wondering if the lingering effects of 11's trauma, coupled with the increasingly extreme lengths to which she's forced to push her psychic abilities, and the Mind Flayer's continued and abiding interest in her, could all coalesce to her becoming an instrument of evil in Season 4, kind of like what happened to Jean Grey with the Hellfire Club. And honestly, considering what 11 can do to those who get in her way, and the fact that Hopper, someone who can ground her emotionally, is currently trapped in a gulag halfway around the world, Evil 11 could potentially be the deadliest foe our heroes have had to face so far. And while 11 did lose her powers at the end of Season 3, I'm sure she's going to get them back, but at a terrible cost. What I'm less sure about is if there are enough Eggo waffles in the world to bring her back to the light side. However, only time will tell, and I'm sure there's plenty of other teaser trailers coming our way, at least 2 of them to be sure, that'll give us even more fodder with which to overthink things until Netflix finally drops Stranger Things 4 sometime this year. In the meantime, though, folks, tell us, what did you think of these teaser trailers? Do you think 11 is going to turn evil in Season 4? And what do you think is actually going to happen this season? Let us know in the comments below, and for the latest and greatest in the world of pop culture, stay tuned to Nerdist.com.